A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
All right.
Amy, can you, when we start this program, will you say, this is a chat with Glendora, everybody. And we're out to
That's a false alarm, That's a false alarm, Glendora.
Thank you, false alarm. To remind all of us that when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how you treat others. Just to remind us all that doing good and good deeds and be loving and kind, if you put that first in your life, you will have everything else you want. It's not the other way around. You get everything you want yourself, and then you go help people. No, it's the other way around. You give your heart, soul, and love to helping the world, and then you'll have everything you want. Amy, did I start to hand you a paper, or did you hand it back, or what happened?
No, you started to hand one to me.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
This one says Leah Brown will call tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Well, she didn't do it. I don't know
and
why.
Claudia Cunningham, Monday at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's good. I don't know why people are so careless about giving their word and not paying attention to it. That's an awful thing. Your conscience doesn't like you. When you say to somebody, you'll do something and you don't do it, your conscience doesn't like that. And you'd better pay attention to your conscience, you people. If you give your word, you keep it. And as a granddaddy said to his grandson, 2 points of advice. Never go back on your word. And 2, never give your word. We're going through the Soul to Soul folder.
This says Jacob Ashby, Senator, and Scott Bendit, Assembly.
Folks, did you hear what's going on? Consumer Direct gives people so many hours a week and gives people a personal assistant to take care and keeps people out of nursing homes. As long as you have somebody in your house to take care of you, Medicaid doesn't want you to go to a nursing home. It's better for you if you stay home, and then Consumer Direct will pay that person as your personal assistant, and they pay anywhere from $15, $16, $17, and $18 an hour. And you just sign up with Consumer Direct and go through their 11-page application, and you're all set. You don't have to go to a nursing home because you have somebody at home to take care of you. So Consumer Direct gives Glendora 41 hours a week. 30 of them go to Amy over here. And the other 11 go to Stephanie. And the talk abroad, folks, that New York State legislature is thinking of giving up Consumer Direct, which is a local situation, and we have our local people, and we're taking care of very carefully. They want to give up Consumer Direct to have one agency for the whole state, instead of for every municipality. One agency for the whole state, folks, and it's an out-of-state agency. Please, write to whom? Your state legislature.
Yes.
To your assemblyman and to your state senator. Please tell them to preserve Consumer Direct. This is Soul to Soul on August the 18th.
This one is format. Name of the show.
Okay.
Date.
The name of the show is A Chat with Glendora.
Date.
The date is August 18th, Sunday, 2024.
Reason for being.
Our reason for being is to remind you and ourselves that when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others?
10 jokes.
10 jokes. Oh, I don't know if I got 10.
We have Beethoven.
No, we did that, honey. It's a very good joke.
Bride wear white.
Yeah, the bride wears white because that's the color you associate with happiness and joy. And then the little girl says, and why does the groom wear black?
Can of peaches.
Amy, I thank you for reading those, but we told those a couple of programs ago. But here might be some new ones. I thank you for your good effort, Amy.
Yeah.
I told you about the dog and the cat. I told you about the counterfeiter. What was the third one?
Died in the service.
Oh, a little boy was in the narthex of the church. The narthex of the church. And he was looking at this sign on the wall, a metal sign with all these names engraved on it. And the priest says, those are the names of our people who died in the service. And the little boy said, which service, 9 o'clock or 11?
Dining room table.
A woman was bragging, our dining room table goes back to Louis XIV. And another woman says, well, our dining room table goes back to J.C. Penney the 15th.
Dog talking.
Oh, a man had a talking dog. And he went to a booking agent in Manhattan to see if he could get some gigs. And the man says to the booking agent, this dog talks. Listen, Rover, what do you call it that a house has so that the water doesn't come in? And Rover said, roof. And the agent says, I don't want to hear any more. And the man says, no, listen to this. Rover, what do you call it that a tree has on the ground so it doesn't fall over? And Rover said, roof. And at this point, the agent is pushing the dog and the man out the door. And the man says, no, Rover, who was the greatest baseball player of all times? And Rover says, Roo. At that point, the agent pushes the man and the dog out into the corridor and locks the door. And as the man and the dog are walking down the corridor, the dog looks up at the man and says, I should have said DiMaggio.
Ruth.
Amy.
Yeah.
Will you wish happy birthday through the kitty cats?
Yeah.
There are 3 kitty cats singing in here?
Yes.
And for all the people who were born on August the 18th, can you hold the kitty cats up to the camera, hon? In front of my face, which would be a public service. Happy birthday to all you people who were born on August the 18th.
This one is personality.
Personality. I want you to know, folks, that this is your personality. You are not what other people think you are. You are not selfish. You are not conceited. You are not insulting. This is your real personality. Go, Amy.
When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how you treat others. Cheer. Happiness. The Bible. The universe. Hymns. Veganism. Kindness to animals. Good deeds. Good English. Good diction. Vocabulary. 8 glasses of water a day. Meditate, compassion, get it done, count blessings, organize, systematic, and sense of humor.
Oh, that's so nice. That's the real you. This is program number 14,300. 62. Right, Amy?
Yes. No, this new one that we're doing right now is 63.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Did you set the timer?
Yes.
You did?
You still got 10 minutes left.
Well, thank you. Did I hand you a cue card? An idiot card?
No, this is your comment from YouTube that says you may very well be one of the happiest people on the planet.
That's you, folks. Remember your true identity. You're one of the happiest people on the planet. How did he sign that? The guy? 500 something?
It's the guy 5855. This is vocabulary word.
Oh, vocabulary.
Adventure.
You know what an adventurer is? It isn't what you think it is. Adventurer is a person who what, Amy? Who seeks...
One who seeks unmerited preference or position by
by playing on the credulity.
equivocal means.
By equivocal means. By preying on the...
By playing upon the credulity or prejudices of others.
Not a very good person. Say it again, Amy. An adventurer is...
One who seeks unmerited preference or position by equivocal means. By playing upon the credulity or prejudices of others. Excuse me. This is Morning Glory Drawer 10.
This is the first thing that we do in the morning. Number one is the soul folder, hon.
Yeah.
And then what comes next? We make a video.
Yeah.
And then what comes next? The network.
Yeah.
78 TV stations that we have our program on from Boston to San Diego.
Uh-huh.
And then what, dear?
That's it.
No, it isn't. Renewals.
Yeah.
We have to renew our contract with these 78 TV stations every year or every half year. And we've just renewed them with Cablevision LTs for a whole year. And then after renewals comes what? Finances. It's amazing the amount of details that cross this desk in a day and have to be watched and have to be taken care of. It's amazing, the finances. Go ahead, Amy. Read the rest, please. Isn't it the laptop?
Their Soul to Soul Happy Happenings Network Renewals, Stephanie, April, Amy, and Inventory.
And then there's a laptop.
Yeah.
And browsing the internet. That's how we found Nolo to tell you about. And then today's email and yesterday's email to see if we did everything that we were told to do. And then the veg news. Then we write an article for our hometown newspaper, The Advertiser, on veganism. And then contacts, is that right?
Yeah.
No, telephone in calls.
Yeah.
What comes after contacts?
After contacts is the Think folder.
Think folder, 1. Things that have piled up in the Think folder that have to be done. And you look at them every day. Can you do it today? If you can't, you try to do it tomorrow. And then we load the compost pail. And then Glennie does the ablutions and washes the dishes. And Amy goes out and does the good deeds. What are your good deeds, Amy?
Taking out the compost pail and bringing it out to feed the animals. and taking the garbage and the recycling out and getting the U.S. mail.
And then we do the museum, the Glendora Franklin Museum, for the preservation of the Pro Se public access newspaper record. And then we eat vegan. And then we load up the night table with food to eat overnight and for breakfast the next morning. Pardon me?
Nothing.
And then we look at the errands list, and that's the agenda. That's the holy agenda in the afternoon. What's this, honey?
This is the pages about consumer-directed choices. Protect home care now.
Protect home care now. Read a paragraph, would you, Amy?
We are leading a campaign called the Alliance to Protect Home Care to fight this change. We are making progress, but if we are to win and protect consumer-directed personal assistance for you and the 250,000 people who rely on it, we need your help. Will you act to make sure that consumer-directed choices can continue our work with you and that CDPA remains a strong program older and disabled New Yorkers can rely on?
There you are. Thank you, Amy. What is this, a list of the contents of the show?
Yes.
And so what were the contents of the last show? Make it two last shows. Make it 14,360. What was the contents of that, hon?
46 minutes, red and black jacket, accessories. April, Glendora. Wayne, July expenses.
Wayne reads the July expenses.
Stop the cable casting. Happy Happenings, August 7th through August 12th.
Amy, do you think we came to the end?
Yes.
Of the...
Yes.
Think of the...
Yeah.
Soul to Soul folder? So let us leave you with a benediction, everybody. May the grace of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit and the love of Jesus Christ be with you and all of those you love. Amen.
Okay. You got 10 more minutes. Because you're at 18 right now.
Did you turn the camera off?
No, it's still on.
Amy, you will never learn to take a cue, will you?
No, I got it. I got the camera. It's right here.
Hello, everybody. How are you today? This is a chat with Glendora. And look it, folks. Glendora is writing a textbook on how to live until you're 96 years old with no doctors, no hospitals, and no medicine. Now, there's two disabilities. One is being blind, and the other one is total dependence upon a walker. But I am ambulatory. I can move myself from the bathroom to the work desk, and from the work desk to the sanctuary, and from the sanctuary to the bathroom again, and so forth. And I can do all my personal care. I can dress myself, and I can undress myself and get ready for bed. We call that the foundation, spiritual and physical. Morning edition and the evening edition. The morning edition takes a couple hours, and the evening edition takes about an hour. Well, anyway, are you interested in that? Hi there, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, here are some notes that I jotted on my Sony camcorder, and Amy's putting them on through the computer and onto the speakers so you can hear them. Tell me what you think.
Sunday.
Thanks, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Robert is a blessing.
Robert Malik, that is.
Reading
Avon
to
Park.
Glendora, consumer, caregiver, hearing from Elena Sassauer.
Elena Sassauer, a heroine.
Is an interesting term. Reading Trent Roma about our Happy House 3 neighborhood.
It's really
It's a
dull.
fascinating twist. Mala Dog coming here and being with
Mela Dog. She's a husky.
Stephanie instead of being home alone.
We'll have to have you meet her.
lonesome, is a plus.
No need of her staying at home all alone. She can come to work with Stephanie and be here with us. Just sit with us. Why not?
The $900 contract for cooking and cleaning
Oh,
for
yes.
30 days.
For 30 days, $900. You want the job, folks? Cleaning this little studio apartment and making brunch. $900 at the end of 30 days. It's a contract. It's not
It's a
hourly.
fascination. As we look for another April Lynn
It's nothing to
and
sneeze at.
another Stephanie.
Yeah, we need another Stephanie and we need another April. And you want to know what April said to me? I need
Stephanie
another Glendora.
paying the rent through a money order in the post office the first Tuesday of every month
Yes, the way Stephanie paid the museum rent was beautiful.
is a charm.
She pays the museum rent now. Stephanie does. April used to. No, it was Amy who used to.
Casey Dog
Casey Dog is April's dog.
coming to Happy House 3.
And a squash that was this big
That's
around, and this long.
of interest.
And a cucumber that was this big around and this long from her garden. And I remember when they just put those seeds in a couple of months ago.
$1,000 undesignated in July, plus $1,000 undesignated in August.
Well, the August one is designated now. It's going $900 to the contract for cooking and cleaning.
That's an abundance.
You want the job, folks? And the $1,000 undesignated for leftover from July.
That is fascinating.
It's spent down to 600 already. And there's 700 left in the bank to run the chat with Glendora for the month of August, the last 2 weeks. Do you know that August is half over? With God we go to spread the joy of life. We win each day the happiness of love. We count our blessings, we give thanks, we give joy. Stop the cruel, stop the cruel. Dear Amy,
Yeah.
will you pause the YouTube camera and let me cue up the Sony video?
That is a largesse, a gift.
Are
of
we
great
back rolling,
dimensions.
Amy?
Yep.
Renewals to 6 TV
Okay, John.
stations. LT's Cablevision.
Blakeman, with the hymn and with counting blessings.
That's one
And the
thing that
Bible
helps you
blessing.
be 96 years old
And
is to
Job.
count your blessings.
Every day, lifting him up.
And to tell jokes.
It's precious.
And to be cheerful. And to be happy. And to be enthusiastic. These all help you, I think, to be 96 years old. Really, I do. You suppose the world wants to keep somebody around like that? If a person is cheerful and tells jokes and is loving and kind, do you suppose the world says, oh, I want to keep that person around a little longer? I'll keep that person around until she's 107 years old. Do you know why it's paused now, Amy?
Because that was the end of the video.
Okay, can you find us another video?
The succulent, sweet, ripe,
Strawberries. Never had them. Sold by the pound.
of just the correct consistency.
Excellent.
So tasty.
Every one of them. And there are about
It's a
25
marvel.
of them. My, they were perfect. From where?
The
Walmart.
way you handled the perishables yesterday.
Plain. You don't need sugar on them. You don't need milk on them. Just plain. Succulent.
It was a
Delicious.
delight. You had 10 cherries.
Yes, we have about 60 cherries. They really are too hard. And I am ripening them on the windowsill, folks.
Did you give 10 to the animals?
Yes, I
I
did.
think so.
Yes, I did.
Then you had those dried out cherries. A huge bag of those.
What cherries?
Dried out.
Not
Oh, those
Edible.
dried out cherries. They're no good.
to the compost.
Yeah, to the compost with those. And how big was the bag? This big? And who gave it to you? The
Orange juice.
Resource Center.
An apple all cut up in small pieces by
Don't buy those cut up cantaloupe from Walmart.
Patricia. Did a good job.
Don't buy them. They're no good. They're hard. They're not ripened. They
Peanut
take
butter
them
and
away from their
crackers.
mother too soon. But Patricia cut up this apple in little 1/4 inch cubes. And I think it was a Gala apple. And it was really tasty. What we doing now, Amy? Come thou happiness, help
The
us.
huge squash and the huge cucumber to Stephanie from April.
We
Lynn.
gave 3 cucumbers to the animals today, 3
April
potatoes,
Lynn getting on a plane and going to Arizona
3 bananas.
early in the morning
Yes, our
on
dear
the 17th.
April got on a plane this morning and went to Arizona
Coming back on the 23rd.
to see her grandparents, and she's coming back on the 23rd. And that will be it, folks. You will see her one more time, and that's it. Off to North Carolina she goes. And what a good girl she is. She matriculated at the State University of North Carolina. And she got in as a sophomore because she was able to use some of the college credits she took in high school. She had some credits from the State University of New
Getting all
York
the vegetables
at
out of the ship's guest cabin
Geneseo.
and into the refrigerator was a triumph.
Now, bird's eye vegetables frozen, and they're supposed to be an entree. You know how you have Swanson's TV dinners? Well, these are supposed to be TV dinners that are vegan.
The long stocking came.
Glendora, we went past 10 minutes, so we're at 12 minutes right now.
Say again, Amy.
We went past 10 minutes. And
Oh, and we've used it up? Well,
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to do, Amy. Just pause for 30 seconds.